This is again at Ballintubbert house. Beautiful, beautiful place with these formal gardens and very overgrown and apple orchards everywhere. We've been eating the apples, drinking the apple juice. It's fierce. The apple juice they make here in this orchard is very, very, very appley. You know, it's got this high sweet content, high acid content, high apple content. It's like concentrated apple juice. I'm more used to the stuff you buy in Waitrose that's kind of not like that, but it's very nice. So what an amazing thing. I mean, to come to this festival, which, where to start? I mean, I've been to Ireland 3 times, once to a residential recording studio in County Meath, twice with U2 in various studios. Never saw any of Ireland in Dublin, you know. And coming to this pop festival in the heart of Ireland, I feel like I've totally got a lifetime's worth of Irish sensibility and feeling for it. I can't even begin to tell you how Irish this felt to me, which is probably exactly what American tourists say. Fair enough, you know, I get to be in magical kingdoms all my life. It's great. Jamaica, Ireland, Venice. So I met some really interesting people. Rosie O'Donnell was here, giving a talk. And man, as somebody who just gave a talk, she did one of it. It was so good. That's how you do a talk. And obviously we were able to reminisce about a certain Queen of Pop that we've known for 30 odd years together. And I was really impressed with Rosie, especially when she took those digs at Trump, you know, and she probably couldn't go back to America without him sticking the entire DOJ on top of her, you know, that thing they're doing, intimidating people with baseless lawsuits, just because she's stood up to Trump. In fact, it was incredible because you just walk around, you know, one minute you're watching Chapel Roan. Chapel Roan was brilliant, by the way. She was like, it was like circus. It's so exuberant, so brilliant colours, and I was very impressed by Chapel Roan. And the audience there just in such synchronicity with her. I mean, when I play live, I do a couple of hits. Obviously, we don't have Madonna on stage, but I do Ray of Light. It's fantastic. The roof comes off, everybody's singing. It's marvellous. I don't have any songs about pink ponies, but I get it. So listening to 40,000 people singing in unison, as with Chapel Roan, 50 maybe, it's more than half the people on the sides. Well, I could go on and on about this place, so I'll try not to go on, but it was amazing. So as you're walking around, a lot of walking, up and down, and rain and come, shine and bumping into people, but just passing by, I can't say it in Irish, but the band that translates is Irish Sausages.
Ispíní na hEireann.
Ispíní na hEireann. Ispíní na hEireann. Sausages of Ireland. It just, the noise they made, the sheer weight of it, you know, the throaty vocals and the traditional instruments and the drum, it's so good. The guy was on the toms the whole time. He never did the crush cymbal. It was really good. Like it made you move. You know, totally acoustic music and then the audience jumping. The singing, I mean, we were lucky. We wangled ourselves right onto the stage for the RTE Orchestra. About 40 musicians, strings, horns. The horns sounded amazing because we're on the stage, so you don't hear the amplified strings. You just hear the horns blasting, and of course the band. So the band was, you know, what would you call them, Lockie? What do they call themselves? The band, the guys left over.
Cranberries.
They're still the Cranberries, right? With obviously without Dolores, but they sang these songs. So the band were quite undemonstrative, just singing, but the sound coming off the audience, 40, 50,000 voices coming at you from our vantage point, just tucked away behind the musicians, was unbelievable. Oh, it's at humanity's best, you know, 40, 50,000 people in the moment, out of the rhythm-free zone, you know, just, you can't AI that. We've had, I saw Kingfishr, met a lot of these musicians as well, because you do hanging out, just go up and be a fan and tell them how good they were. Kingfishr were fantastic. Again, lots of singing along, and really incredible. A band I didn't see, not actually playing it, but when I looked up the website way back, it said bands on in the neighbourhood at the same time. And one of them was called the Psychedelic Porn Crumpets, and I decided to award them the Best Name Award of the year. And I checked them out, they're actually really good. It's like death metal stuff, it's brilliant. But that digresses. They weren't on the billing. But perhaps next year, alongside me on the main stage, obviously. But the best is just chatting. You're bumping into people, man. You know, like Nisha. Nisha is the guy that organised. What's Nisha's full name?
Nisha Nunn.
Nisha, that's right. Nisha Nunn really did us proud. That man is brilliant. You know, he had his son Jude doing interviews, but Nisha organised the whole thing and gave myself and Lockie here, 3 days of passes to just noodle around with a full artist pass. All I do was an hour's worth of talking, but Nisha, I owe you, mate. That was brilliant. And I can't think, what to say. I don't want to be rambling on, but I'm just blown away by the whole thing. Especially, and Andy, I think there was many emotional moments, but Andy Irvine, definitely, he used to be in Plankston, and he was playing these beautiful songs, and the audience was singing, and then he did this rousing encore. Was it Fascists, You Can't Win? I forget, it was I know that song. I knew
you'll be reminded in the recording we have of it.
You got it on tape. So I remember all those songs from the late 60s, early 70s, when I was part of that protest generation, and singing about fascists, and then over the years the word has become devalued and just tossed around, and now it's like, it's back, because there's a new enemy, and it's found a new semantic strength. So when you're singing along with the audience, spitting out the word fascist, it's like, yeah, actually we are facing, because I follow the US political landscape very closely, not so much in country Britain, but we need to fight back. It's got to, it just, if you're not, you're probably aware of the news cycle coming out of there. If you're not, look it up, you'll be horrified. And suddenly, the music of protest, and of course Andy Irvine and Kneecap, it's the right time to actually make statements musically, because of the power of this force, which has sort of gone away a little bit since the 70s. So we're in a very interesting time, and you see these things kind of bud up at places like this, I believe, when there's a lot of people in a very synchronicity state of mind, very friendly, very, very good-natured, good vibes, chat with anybody, and people talk, they discourse, and they share ideas, of course. I mean, twas ever thus. I think harvest festivals, things like that in the old days. That's the first time everybody got together after the harvest. Everybody, all the food, all the music, all the cultural stuff, all in one place. That's where dialogue happens. A bit like the coffee shops of the Enlightenment, which really sort of spawned the American Republic, and so on. So happy to sit here and gab on about my wonderful, wonderful experience, but I've got to get on a plane. So I'll see you a bit. I'll be back next year.